two things come to mind, in relation to careful scholarship. And the first one of those is really being reflective about the processes that and the kind of practices and the daily practice of doing research. And that sort of being more than, as academics, sort of often our central focus is on academic output, creating research papers, and the process in creating a research paper, or getting to that end goal, actually involves kind of many other processes and ways of sort of engaging on the ground in the field. And I think, so careful scholarship is really about actually kind of looking and having a careful relationship about how do we engage with the places that we're working in, and actually a relationship that's really based on respect and gratitude, as well. That I guess I take the approach that actually research is always necessarily an extractive process. So when you start from that position, it's actually coming into that, being aware of that extractive nature of research. And the way that I respond to that is I better make sure that I'm giving something back in response. And I also better make sure that I'm not taking anything that anyone isn't prepared to willingly give to me, or I'm not misinterpreting something that someone is willingly giving to me. Actually is just the care element. And what that means on a day-to-day basis. For me, that's really a lot about sort of relationship building with people. That actually these interactions with sort of colleagues, with sort of participants, with other sort of organizations, sometimes they really also involve care. So for instance, that question about how are you doing, and how are things going, sort of remembering, if someone's recently encountered a challenge, in their life, like how is that going with that thing, and kind of really, building working relationships, on that sort of basis of a very human relationship between people. I also mentioned sort of sharing and empathy through challenge, but also I think a really important part of that is sharing successes with one another as well, and celebrating successes together.